Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
And good afternoon. Welcome back into the Murphy Center. We've got more Class A action in the 2012 Girls State Basketball Tournament as the Lady Bulldogs from Clay County out of Salina, Tennessee will take on the Highlanders from Cloudland High School. They're from Carter County up in the far northeast corner of the state of Tennessee. Cloudland comes in as the District 1 and Region 1 champions with a record of 32-4, while Clay County got here the hard way. Their record 24-9. They were the runner-up both in the district and the region, but they won their sectional tournament and got to the state tournament. This is Dick Palmer along with Joe Holloway. And Joe, if this game is anything like the last one, we're in for a good one.
Oh, that was a white knuckler, a barn burner, slobber knocker, and I think we could be in for this because you got to remember Clay County plays in one of the toughest districts in the state of Tennessee with Jackson County and Clark Range.
They do, and they have lost to some of those ball clubs, particularly Jackson County, who'll be here later on, but they will meet a Cloudland team that's making its fourth appearance in the state tournament, finished ranked number 5 in the Class A Associated Press final ratings, while Clay County finished ranked number 10. We would say this is their 10th trip to the state, but Nelson Smotherman corrected me because Salina made all those previous trips to the state, Salina High School. Now it's Clay County High School, so officially this is their second trip to the state, and we'll be sure and set the record straight on that.
We must set the record straight, and we've got a good one in Nelson to help us do those things like that.
The Clay County Lady Bulldogs, coached by Joe Sims in his second year, and the Cloudland Highlanders, coached by Matt Birchfield in his fourth year. And as far as Clay County, they are 0-1 in state tournament appearances. That was in 2004, their last trip. Cloudland is 0-3. They've been here in 02, 03, and 07. So somebody's going to win their first state tournament game today.
It really is, and it will be a good matchup, Dick. It's going to kind of be like David and Goliath. Cloudland, a huge team. They've got a 6'2" center, and Clay County not very tall.
All right, we'll see what happens. We're going to take 2 minutes now for our stations, and you're listening to the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Welcome back into the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, longtime home of both the girls and boys state basketball tournaments, and we will have boys action coming up for you next week. But we got quite a bit of unfinished business this week, Joe, and these two teams, Class A teams, generally they're a little bit smaller than some of the AAA teams, but as you say, one of these clubs has some good size.
Really do. They've got double or triple A size there, and that would be the Cloudland team. They've got Brooke Rhodes, who's a junior post. She's 6'2", and also have a girl that's not 6'2", but Courtney Wilson, who plays a post at 5'8". She plays like she's about 6 foot tall. So that's going to be a really good matchup in this game between the post players for Clay County and also Brooke Rhodes especially. Some players to watch on Clay County's team are Sydney Roach, a senior guard who averages 15.1 points per game. And she also has 3.9 assists per game. Casey Cooper, a senior who's a 5'8 post, 14.1 points per game. And Allie Brown, a senior forward that shoots well from outside, doesn't get as many shots. She's about a 7-point per game person.
Well, Joe, here's what we've got. We've got Casey Cooper from Cloudland from Salina, and we've got Courtney Clark from Cloudland, and it may be a tongue twister today.
It may be a tongue. And you know who we need from Roan Mountain, Tennessee here to help us with that?
Who is that?
The one and only Sonny Smith is from Roan Mountain, Tennessee.
Yeah, and one of my longtime favorite officials, whose name's right on the tip of my tongue, is from up in that part of the country too. You know, you can see North Carolina from there, and probably just walk over into the Carolinas from Roan Mountain.
You sure can.
All right, we're going to take our final 2-minute break, and we'll be back with TSSAA Class A action 2 minutes now on the TSSAA network.
Master, I seek your wisdom.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat or we'll choose one for you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
And we're just about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups for these two teams. Clay County will be the home team. Cloudland, the visitors. For Cloudland, coming out is number 3, Sydney Miller. She's a senior 5'5" guard. And for Clay County, number 11, Brooke Rhodes, 6'2" junior. For Clay County, this is number 15, Mackenzie Hamilton, a 5'4" senior. And for Cloudland, Courtney Wilson, a 5'8" sophomore. For Clay County, number 20 is Casey Cooper, a 5'8" senior. For Cloudland, number 20 is Summer Hughes, a 5'5" senior. And for Clay County, number 22 is Allie Brown, a 5'9" senior. For Cloudland, 21 is Courtney Clark, a 5'2" sophomore. 31 for Clay County is Maddie Monroe, a 5'8" junior. Clay County is in white, trimmed in gold and black. Cloudland in navy, trimmed in gold, and we're about set to play.
And Clay County is 7-3 on a neutral court. Cloudland 9-3 on a neutral court. And you had the 5th and I believe 8th ranked teams in the state and the final poll here going against each other.
As we mentioned, Clay County lost in their district finals to Clark Range, went on to the regional and lost to Jackson County. But then into the sectional, they defeated Whitwell 60-39 to get here.
And 4 of those losses were to Jackson County during this year for them. And Cloudland got, I believe, Brooke Rhodes moved in from North Carolina. You mentioned North Carolina, the 6'2" post player.
Their last loss was on February the 13th to Unicoi County. Since then, they ran through the district and the regional 7 straight wins.
And we'll be playing with a Rawlings ball tonight, the official ball of the TSSAA.
Cooper for Clay County jumping with Rhodes. They're going to do it again. Rhodes, a decided height advantage at 6'2", will get the tip. Cloudland with the basketball as Wilson will bring it into front court. Wilson spins in the lane, kicks the ball back out to Summer Hughes. Hughes to Clark, penetrates with a shot, rims out, and the rebound to Casey Cooper.
That time she just beat the girl with no help, but the layup didn't go down.
This is Courtney Wilson working outside. Defensively, Cloudland appears to be man-to-man.
Yes, they showed zone and then matched up, went man-to-man.
Ball in the corner for a 3 that is good. And that was 22, Allie Brown, hitting from three-point range to put Clay County up. Cloudland in front court. They work the ball outside to Wilson, backing in, back to Rhodes. Her jumper off the back of the rim, and we've got a foul.
That time, good positioning by Clay County.
The foul on Miller, first foul of the ball game, and Clay County will bring the ball into front court. Working outside, Wilson to Rhodes, in with a left hand and banked it in.
That was a tough shot right there, Dick.
That'll make it 5-0 in favor of Clay County. Cloudland with the basketball. Shot away and rimming out. Rebounded, Cloudland under the basket. Out of bounds, it will belong to Clay County.
And we found out here on the first couple of series, Courtney Clark, an excellent ball handler. She broke a zone press down by herself a minute ago.
Bringing it down will be Hamilton. Hamilton working outside to Maddie Monroe.
And Dick, they are matching up out of a zone.
Number 11 for Clay County is Emma Ogletree. We didn't have her in the starting lineup, but she's out there. Shot missed, and Cloudland bringing it down. Courtney Wilson works in the lane to Rhodes. The ball deflected, stolen. Here come the Bulldogs. This is Ogletree driving off the glass, no good. And the rebound taken by Brooke Rhodes for Cloudland. They're still looking to get on the board. Ball goes in the right corner and back to the middle to Rhodes. Works through the lane for a layup and scores.
Okay, what a great move there from the high post by Rhodes.
5-2, Clay County with the basketball. Hamilton across the line. Works over on the right wing to Monroe. Back in the corner to Hamilton. She'll shoot a three there and overshot it. And the rebound taken by Courtney Clark for Cloudland. Drives to the free throw line. Spins in the lane. Couldn't find her shot in there. Comes back out to Hughes. Hughes in the corner to Wilson. Back to Rhodes. She drops it. Picked up by Ogletree. She'll drive left and kicked it out of bounds.
Yes.
So the ball will go back to Cloudland, and the Highlanders still looking for some offense. They trail 5-2. Wilson plays it into Rhodes in backcourt. And back it comes to Wilson. Some full court pressure now by Clay County. They double up in the backcourt. Ball to Wilson across the line. She'll drive all the way for a layup and score.
Very nice left-handed layup, and she split the defense.
5-4, Clay County leading. Mackenzie Hamilton works the ball out on the right side to Monroe. Back to Hamilton. Sounds like a couple of a president and a secretary of the Treasury, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
This is Monroe. Inside, shot banked up and in. Allie Brown. That'll make it a 7-4 lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Rhodes bounces it across. Sydney Miller coming on a drive, will lay it up and in.
And that's how you beat a press and force people to get out of a press.
This is Hamilton to bring it down. Hamilton working outside. Guarded there by Miller. They work it left to Monroe. And the jumper up by Casey Cooper is good.
And the bank was open on that one, Dick.
9-6. Clay County in the lead. Winner will take on a gritty Summertown team that won in overtime in the game preceding this one. That is Clark for three and no good. Rebound taken off by Cooper. All coming down to Hamilton. Ogletree on the left wing for three, and she got it. Well, that's Sydney Roach. Sydney Roach was listed as 33 in our program.
She's wearing 11.
She is wearing 11. I've been looking to find that number.
As a matter of fact, there's a couple of changes in there, and we'll try to pick them up along the way from the program. So if you've got an official TSSAA program and you're listening, Sydney Roach is number 11.
Okay, we'll change that because as my old mentor Ray Duffy said, we want to give credit where credit is due. And that's what we're doing. So Sydney Roach wearing number 11 for Clay County instead of 33. Just hit that shot. She has 5 points. And Clay County leads 12-6.
They do. And Cloudland is playing a matchup zone, much like the rules of Bill Green, who coached at Marion, Indiana. They play with a rover, but matchup zones are really nothing, Dick, but switching man-to-man defenses. But it looks like a zone.
This would be Summer Hughes across the line. Cloudland with the basketball. Out front to Wilson, into Rhodes, and we've got a foul on the shot. And going to the line will be Wilson. Courtney Wilson. And we've got officials that signal their numbers with the right hand, which we can't see from here.
Yes, we're straight on, and we miss them.
Foul on 22, Allie Brown. It's her first. Free throw no good. Courtney Wilson, a 5'8" sophomore, with her second attempt.
During the season, Rhodes and Wilson have worked a good high-low game like they did then.
Second one missed. And the rebound taken off by Allie Brown. Hamilton to Monroe. Back to Hamilton. Over to Sydney Roach. Cross-court pass, dangerous pass, going to be intercepted. Cloudland picks up the steal, and Hughes with the basketball. In the corner, it goes to Miller. She'll fire from three, up and off the rim. No good. Rebound scored by Brooke Rhodes.
And that was good that you brought it back under on the other side to score.
12-8. Here's Hamilton. A little screen out front from Brown. A couple of dribbles, another steal. This is Hughes again. Hughes into the front court. She might come all the way. Does, but kicks it back out to Wilson. Wilson, a baseline jumper that's short. Allie Brown, the rebound. Clay County with the ball, leading 12-8. In the left corner to Roach. She'll come back out to the wing. Back out center court to Hamilton. Hamilton signals for Monroe to clear that corner, and now comes over to Brown at the top of the key. And now to Monroe. Out of the corner, Roach for three, and she's got another one. Second three-pointer for Sydney Roach, and it's 15-8 Clay County.
And the form was excellent on that one.
This is Hughes across the line. High post to Wilson, little head fake. Back to Hughes. Her three is good.
And another good shot. If you're watching on the internet and want to learn how to shoot the ball, those two young ladies shot it properly.
15-11. That's a travel out front on Monroe. Turnover will give the ball to Cloudland, sending in two subs, 23, Hope Baker, and 25, Haley Johnson. In the lineup now for the Highlanders. And they are up on high ground at Roan Mountain. Ball coming inside, and the layup missed by Baker, who just came in. Out of bounds, and the Bulldogs of Clay County will have it.
Nice drive on the baseline. I'm sure the Clay County coach will let his players know about cutting the baseline off.
This is Hamilton to bring it down. Walks it across the line. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. Clay County with a 4-point lead. Hamilton outside, being guarded out there by Johnson. Back over to Roach. And back to Hamilton. Down to 12 seconds. Roach with the ball. Roach twisting and turning. Back to Hamilton. Over to Monroe, and her shot is good. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Clay County did a good job running the clock down, and they will take a lead 17-11 as we go to the second quarter on the TSSAA network.
Want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We got a second quarter action. Clay County 17-11 in the lead. And now we've got number 24, Hannah Ogletree, in for Clay County. Out front to Hamilton. And now Roach in the corner to Hamilton. Back to Roach. Takes it on the post. And in there is Cooper. Has a shot deflected. Blocked. Cloudland with the basketball. And they throw it out of bounds over in the corner.
Tough break for Cloudland on that. But Rhodes gets about 4 blocks a ball game. And she's a force in there. Dick, they being Cloudland keep going back and forth between pure man-to-man in the matchup zone.
Out front, the ball coming to Brown, holding out in the middle. Going to be double teamed. Hands it back to Roach. Roach comes to the foul line. Kicks the ball back to Hamilton. Out of the corner, 3 is too long by Cooper. And out of bounds, it will go to Cloudland. Neither team has scored here in the second quarter. 17-11, Clay County.
Clay County staying with their man-to-man defense. They would come down the floor and they'll match up, but they do a good job of keeping the ball out of the lane.
Miller gets it out front. Gets it back, goes to Wilson. Wilson, couple of dribbles. Comes back outside to Clark. Back in the corner to Miller. Wilson, double teamed. And they finally travel.
They did, and as I said, they would play good man-to-man. They switched to a 2-3 zone that time.
And kind of had Cloudland a little confused about what to do offensively. Now across the line, Hamilton gives it to Roach. Keep an eye on Roach. He's already hit a couple of threes. Out front to Brown. Back to Hamilton. Cooper. And now the Ogletree. Clay County looking for an opening. There's one. And driving layup is good by Cooper.
And there's that baseline that was given up then, and nobody came from the help side.
Very patient till they got the good shot. Wilson backing in. Over to Hughes in the corner. She'll put one up, and it rolls in. Summer Hughes with the basket. 19-13. Clay County in the lead with the ball. Out front with it, Mackenzie Hamilton. And a 5-second violation. Didn't see that coming.
Well, no movement towards the goal, and the defender was right in that kind of gray area, but close enough to draw. Dick, I've seen more calls this year, even bringing the ball up the floor with no pressure of kids getting 10-second calls and 5-second calls.
We had one in the game we worked earlier this morning. Ball coming in, and the shot away by Brooke Rhodes comes off no good. Driving through is Cooper, and there's another block by Rhodes.
And I believe that's her second block of the night.
Shot blocked out of bounds. It will be Ogletree to inbound. All the way out front it comes to Brown. Hands it back to Mackenzie Hamilton. Hamilton backs it up a little bit. Wilson out on her. Or actually, that's number 12, Bethany Chambers, who's in the game now, guarding her. There's a jumper, and good by Courtney Clark to make it 19-15. Every player in the Cloudland starting lineup has scored now. They still trail by 4. Driving the lane is Hamilton. Her shot no good. And the rebound taken by Rhodes. Rhodes leaves the ball with Clark. Clark spins in the lane, kicks it off in the corner. And a long 3 is no good. Rebounded. And we've got a foul. The rebound taken there by Sydney Roach. And another new player in the game for Cloudland is number 14, Madison McKinney, a 5'7" sophomore. Now coming back in is Courtney Wilson. And Rhodes is out. And Clay County will bring it down.
Dick, very clean game as far as fouls. 2 fouls on Cloudland and 1 team foul on Clay County.
With the basketball, Roach, the ball deflected in there and stolen by Cloudland. Here comes Clark, lost the dribble. Gets it back under the basket to Wilson. She overshot it. And the rebound to Cooper for Clay County. Over to Hamilton. Clay County maintaining the lead they have held throughout the ballgame. High post. Brown gets it back in the corner. The shot no good by Sydney Roach. And the rebound to Clay County. Here's Wilson driving through, or to Cloudland rather. Her shot good, and she's fouled.
She took it, went coast to coast, and what a nice spin, and she had her good body balance, focused on the glass, and banked it in.
Foul on 15. Mackenzie Hamilton, her first. Courtney Wilson to the line. Now coming in for Cloudland, Haley Johnson, who's back in for the second time. Courtney Wilson at the free throw line for one. She missed her first two attempts. And this one rattles and comes out. And it's off Brown, out of bounds.
Dick, right now, Clay County shooting 57% from the field, and Cloudland is 40%. But Cloudland stayed in this game with points off of turnovers.
This is Hamilton working out front. Works left to Roach. Back to Hamilton. Back to Roach. Little ball fake. Goes on the left side to Brown. Her three is no good. Chased down by Cooper. Tried to feed it underneath. Brown picked up a loose ball. She misses. And we've got a foul under the goal. Maybe on 25, Johnson. Let's wait and see. Yep. Haley Johnson picks up the foul.
Foul on 25. Haley Johnson, her first, team's third.
Got a timeout. See if this is a 30 or a full timeout. I believe it's going to be a full timeout, so let's take a minute. Back with more on the TSSAA Network. Clay County leading 19-17, have the basketball in their front court. Ogletree bounces in. Ball comes back out to Hamilton for a three that's no good, and the rebound taken off by Brooke Rhodes. Rhodes to Clark. Clark gets in the corner to Johnson, back to Clark, and out to Wilson. Deep on the left side, it goes to Chambers. To Rhodes, lost the dribble, kind of dribbled it off her knee. Down court, the layup is good by Sydney Roach, who has 10 points to lead Clay County.
Well, she's had a great first half, and I tell you what, though, I like the hustle of Clark trying to get back and catch her.
21-17 with the basketball out front. Cloudland, another steal. This is Roach, starts in, circles back out. Hamilton over to Brown. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton backs it up. Coming left. Roach circles to the middle. Changes directions, goes in the lane, and puts the shot up no good. And again, Rhodes clears the glass, but she traveled.
Started to pass, Dick, and then the passing lane was cut off, and she walked with it.
Miller and Hughes, both starters, coming back in for Cloudland. Chambers and Johnson are out. It'll be Hannah Ogletree to get it in play. Out to Hamilton, she traveled.
And that's one of those tit-for-tat situations. And 9 turnovers now for Clay County and 5 for Cloudland.
Clay County leading by 4 points. A little over 2 minutes to play in the first half from MTSU's Murphy Center. Coming to the right side is Clark. Gets it back to Hughes. Over in the left corner. Now to Wilson. Driving through for a layup, and she'll score.
And that's the third time that she split that defense, Dick, and makes a great move in a left-handed layup.
Hamilton in front court, 21-19. And there's a ball deflected and intercepted. Driving through is Hughes. Hughes gets it back. I shouldn't laugh, but Miller was wide open, and when she shot the ball, it went over the backboard. She got a little excited, I guess.
Got in a little bit of a hurry, and that happens to you sometimes. And she'll try to make up for it on defense.
Hamilton working outside. Gives it to Sydney Roach. Right corner for 3. Hamilton misses. Rebound Ogletree under the basket. She misses, and Cloudland's Hughes with the basketball. Bounces it ahead to Courtney Clark. Back to Hughes and across to Miller. To Rhodes, all 10-foot jumper no good. And the rebound taken by Brown for Clay County and over to Hamilton. 1 minute to play in the first half. Hamilton coming left on the dribble over to Roach. So back out to Ogletree. They got a double up. She gets it away to Hamilton. Hamilton backs it up. Gives to Roach. Roach coming back out to Ogletree. They've killed about 35 seconds off the clock, and now we've got a foul on Cloudland's number 3, Sydney Miller, and that's her second.
And Dick, both teams still very low foul total. 4 team fouls for Cloudland, 2 for Clay County.
Bethany Chambers coming in for Miller, who just picked up that foul. Clay County inbounds the ball. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Hamilton working outside, dribbling back and forth. Going over to Roach. Roach backs it up. Cloudland coach Matt Birchfield telling his players to come on out and get on the ball. Start the count. That's another 5-second count. And that was another one of those in-betweens where players are going back and forth.
Suggestion to all point guards, if there's any doubt, penetrate.
So Cloudland gets the ball with 10 seconds left in the half. Long pass to Hughes. Out to Wilson. Fires up a 3 and misses. Rebound Ogletree to Brown. From behind the center line. Off the back of the rim. And we're at halftime. The halftime score, Clay County 21 and Cloudland 19. And we will be back right now. 2 minutes. The Blue Cross Championships are coming to you on the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Hey, you want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
And back at Murphy Center, better known as the Glass House to some people here in Middle Tennessee, we have Blue Cross Championship Girls Basketball Division I. And it is a white knuckler right now. And I'm going to jump immediately to talk to one of my favorite people who played on this floor, played college basketball. And let's talk about competition. And competition on the road is part of the problem, and that's the reason the Governor's Highway Safety Office has the programs it has, because people get out. We got road rage, we're competing with cell phones and talking, we're playing games, we're watching TV, things we shouldn't do, Kim.
That's true. It's gone from we're supposed to be defensive drivers now we're offensive drivers, because we're not watching out for the other guy. We're concerned about where we're going to go, when we're going to get there, how fast we can get there. And then people are bringing their work into their car. So you've got cell phones, you're talking on the cell phones, you're checking email, you're texting, maybe tweeting, maybe on Facebook, and then you have the CDs and you have the DVDs. I mean, the car companies are trying to make it easier for us, making it more difficult for us to be safe on the roads.
And Kim, we keep talking about different things happening, and some of the teams in this tournament have been affected by car wrecks. I even, going back to 1987, lost 2 players. They were coming to summer practice. Somebody clipped the back end of the car they were in. That car went over, hit a tractor-trailer rig head-on, killed all 3 passengers in the car.
And that's what I'm saying. So many things can happen when you're behind the wheel of a car that's the only focus you need to have. You need to be focused on yourself and the road and the other drivers around you, because the responsibility of driving is on you, and part of that means you're going to have to watch the other guy. I mean, you're not on the road by yourself. You're on the road with all kinds of levels of driving. These kids, not very good drivers because they're just starting out, and then you have the older drivers who may be losing their faculties. So you have to be watching everybody anytime you're on the road.
Kim, I'll let you address the statistics and how we've done since we've had the program, but even one death is one too many on the roads.
Right, and that's why I hate to talk about stats, but we've done a really good job. For the last 8 years, fatalities have gone down every single year. 2011, we're below 1,000, and we're very proud of that. And it's not just due to us. Our partnership with the TSSAA has been incredible because, like I said, we're reaching these drivers when they're just now on the road, trying to impact them proactively to keep from happening like your players. I mean, it destroyed their lives. It destroyed their families' lives. I mean, we don't want that to happen. We don't want to have to deal with it after the fact. We want to prevent it. So we're a behavioral organization trying to change the behaviors. And if we can do that through the booze and lose it, the click it or ticket, now we have that distracted driving emphasis, then we're doing our job. But like you said, one death is one death too many.
Kim, you just introduced it. I look across and I see the yellow sign. It says booze it and lose it. But address the bottom part of it. What happens to you when you do booze it and you get in trouble?
That's the thing. First, you're going to lose your license, and that's going to affect every teenager in the world dramatically. But then you're going to lose your freedom because you're going to go to jail. And then the last one, and the most important one, is you're going to lose your life.
And that's a precious thing. It really is. And you don't know who else it affects. Not only could you lose your life, but you could cause somebody else. And sometimes I hate to bring this up, but I have read and covered things since I've been in the news media where the person drinking lives through the wreck and kills some innocent person who was actually following the laws.
Unfortunately, that's true, and that person is going to have to live with that decision for the rest of his life.
And it's not something that somebody would want to live with. Kim, there's so many parallels. You and I, and before this tournament's over, have to talk about again. We've been asked to about the parallels between competing in basketball, the driving, the charges, and the things like that. And they really enjoyed it. Some people that listen to the Division II tournament.
Well, you're talking about strategy here, and you've got offensive strategy, so you can score, defensive strategy, so you can keep them from scoring. Again, when you translate that to booze it and lose it, click it or ticket, much higher level, but still you're using the tactical maneuvers on the floor, the same basis that you are when you're behind the wheel of the car.
Folks, we always thank Kim Banana for coming by. She's a wonderful person. She'll be back for we've got 2 more games today, and hey, looking forward to talking to you again before the day's over. There she is, a wonderful person. Support the Governor's Highway Safety Office. We're going to take a 1-minute local break, and we'll be back at the Blue Cross Championships here on the TSSAA Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We're back. It's halftime with Clay County leading Cloudland 21-19. Quarterfinals, Class A action in the Girls State Basketball Tournament. Winner of this game will face Summertown on Friday. That would be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Summertown, a 57-55 winner over Lake County in overtime in the first Class A game of the tournament. And Joe, how do you like the switching of the Class A games to a little bit later in the week?
Well, at first I didn't think I would like it, but you know what? It's turned out really well, and I think it's helped some of the single-A teams. Of course, they're always so good about turning schools out. They're community-oriented, but, Dick, I think it has helped. And I saw a little better attendance out of some of the AAA games. Still not getting the attendance we need out of Memphis, though.
Had great attendance for the first game this afternoon. Great cheering sections for both
loved it.
Both Summertown and Lake County.
Oh, great cheering sections, and I think we're going to see a great crowd later in the day out of Jackson County. Dick, let me remind people the official drink of the TSSAA and healthy athletes across Tennessee is chocolate milk. Thanks to our Tennessee dairy farmers for providing such a naturally nutritious way to fuel up our bodies. And let's go through the stats very quickly. For Cloudland with 19 points, Sydney Miller has 2, Brooke Rhodes has 4, Courtney Wilson 6, Summer Hughes 5, Courtney Clark 2, and that's all the scoring for Cloudland. Now for Clay County with a total of 21 points. Sydney Roach with a big 10 points and a couple of threes. Also Casey Cooper with 4, Allie Brown 5, Maddie Monroe 2, and that's their total of 21. And Dick, the difference in the ball game are the 2 threes right now that Clay County hit.
And you saw those team stats on your screen with Cloudland shooting 9 of 24 for 38%. Clay County 9 of 22 for 41%. Cloudland gets the ball to start quarter number 3. With the basketball out front, Courtney Clark over to Wilson, and a 3-second violation.
Not many of those called, but we've had a couple in the 2 days here.
Not the way you'd want to start the second half if you're Cloudland.
You really want to open
trailing
with a
by 2. With the ball out front now. Monroe gets it to Roach. She had 10 points in the first half, trying to get more, but that one's off the rim. They get it back to her. They kick it over in the corner, and there's another 3 that's missed. Fight for the rebound. Wilson for Cloudland comes up with it. And they have a chance to tie now as Miller comes into front court. Miller gets the ball inside to Rhodes. Cooper blocked it, but fouled in the process.
That one was one of those more of a body foul, and it was a foul, so Rhodes will go to the line to shoot two. And Dick, I don't believe she's been there today.
She has not. Brooke Rhodes, 2 shots. We'll see what kind of free throw shooter she is. Not good on that one.
Off the back of the iron that time. Need a little more arch, and here I am trying to coach free throws like I'm a coach again.
Second one up and makes 1 out of 2.
Having a routine, very important at the line.
Out front, this is Hamilton. 21-20, Clay County. Inside Cooper, her shot blocked out of bounds, and now they'll charge a foul on Brooke Rhodes.
And the reason they call that foul is because she slapped down on it. If you know, you pretended like it was a convenience store hold up and you held your hand straight up and just flick at it, they won't call the foul.
Rhodes had a couple of blocks in the first half, tried to get another one there. Cooper at the line, and her first one spins out.
Free throw shooting so important in a contest, and here we've got a 21-20 contest.
Second one up and good, 22-20 now. Clay County's lead, 2 points. Clark to bring it down. Clark working out front, bounces left side to Hughes. Back to Clark and over to Miller. High post Rhodes, spins off of it. Got a little scoop shot and hit it.
A very nice scoop shot. It takes a lot of body control to do that.
They're tied at 22. First time the game has been tied. Clay County with the basketball. Monroe outside. Puts the ball back to Hamilton. Roach deep on the left side. Back out front to Hamilton. Out on top to Brown. There's Roach. Monroe's coming down the baseline. Shot over a double team and missed. And the rebound taken by Summer Hughes. Cloudland with a chance to take the lead. Miller to Wilson. Wilson drives through off the glass. Misses. Ball slapped back out. Scramble forward. It's out of bounds to the Highlanders over in front of their bench.
I'd like to see that. A lot of good hustle by both teams. Clay County in a 2-3 zone right now.
Clark out front for Cloudland, gives to Hughes. Wilson takes it. Bounce pass inside to Rhodes. Oh, good move to the basket, but she missed the shot. And the rebound to Clay County. Hamilton brings it down. Hamilton works to the right side. In the corner, Monroe under the basket. Reverse layup missed by Cooper. Taken down by Cloudland. 22-22, third quarter. Clark backing it up. Wilson to Hughes, and she just dropped it out of bounds.
Had her mind on doing something else, lost focus. You catch the ball with your eyes, your hands, and your feet.
Folks, you see a little glare on the screen. That's daylight coming through the glass house here at the Murphy Center. And it's not too distracting. With the ball out front. Allie Brown gets it over in the corner to Roach. And back to Hamilton, and her pass went right to the opposition, intercepted by Brooke Rhodes. Rhodes stops out front, gives to Clark. She'll put it up and score.
Nice shot by the little point guard. And that a while ago, that turnover was caused because Wilson did a great job of beating the Clay County cutter to the spot, and she wasn't there to catch the pass.
And Cloudland takes the lead for the first time in the game at 24-22. Here's Roach. She loses the handle on it. That one's up for grabs. Out of bounds to Cloudland.
That's a hard decision for both players. They didn't know which one really touched it last, and when in doubt, grab the basketball.
Got a timeout called by Clay County. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Midway in the third quarter, and Cloudland has taken their first lead of the game.
Cloudland has taken the first lead. They've used their post game well. Wilson and Rhodes scoring a lot of points, and then it helped when the little point guard came up big with that jumper a minute ago. On the other hand, Clay County's got to tighten up their defense a little bit, and they've allowed a couple of offensive rebounds. And after a great blazing offensive start, and I'm sure they're talking about cuts and going off screens and making more cuts, you just can't stand against the Cloudland defense.
Okay, we have got, I know we've got another game.
Oh, yeah, Jackson County hadn't played yet.
That's right, yeah, Jackson
That
County.
one, I believe, is the last one. We actually have 2 more games, Dick. All single-A action.
You are correct. Ball coming in play to Clark. Clark works it across the line. In the corner to Rhodes. Down under the basket it goes to Clark. The rolls probably should have been reversed there. Out of the corner, Miller for 3, no good. Rebound taken by Hughes. And she'll get it right back for a 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Clay County rebound. Allie Brown. Brown to Hamilton. There's a long 3 by Monroe, and she will score.
Just like the coach drew it up.
Maddie Monroe. Clay County back in the lead by a point at 25-24. Out on the right side, Miller. Miller in the corner to Wilson, to Hughes. Working it outside. Now they lose the basketball, and it's picked up by Clay County. Down the floor, driving layup. That was Hamilton.
And you often see increased defensive intensity after a score.
27-24. That's what happened there. A little bit too intense. And we've got a foul to send Cloudland to the line. Hamilton picked up her second foul. She just got the basket, came down, tried to make a steal, instead committed a foul. Courtney Clark at the line, first one good.
And that was her first attempt at the free throw line.
One more.
Clay County now has 2 team fouls, only 1 team foul on Cloudland.
Chambers and Baker into the Cloudland lineup. Second shot good. 27-26, Clay County. Hamilton in front court. Works over to Roach. Hamilton looking in the lane. Got it inside. Little spin shot by Cooper's missed. Rebound Cloudland. Hope Baker comes up with it. Baker to Clark. Veers off the left side. Hughes down the baseline to Clark in the corner, and she'll try a 3 and connect. Courtney Clark for 3. Cloudland leads 29-27.
Dick, again, I'm going to say it one more time. This has been a white knuckler.
Ball coming outside to Monroe. Roach will try a 3, and she connects.
Take that. And that's the way you answer it. You hit 1 3, and you answer from the other team.
30-29, Clay County back in the lead. Clark out front for the Highlanders. Down the baseline to Wilson. Back to Clark. Out front, almost a bad pass saved by Baker. Now loose ball picked up by Roach. Roach is going to get a layup, and she'll score.
And right now, Roach has turned up the intensity and, like I said, plays harder right after a basket.
32-29, Clay County. That's 15 points for Roach, leading all scorers in this game. Clark deep on the right side, twisting and turning and losing the ball out of bounds. Touch last by a defensive player. Madison McKinney back in, a sophomore for Cloudland. As Coach Birchfield resting some of his starters here late in the third quarter. Ball outside to Wilson. She'll drive, put up a short jumper, and score.
And Clay County hasn't solved the drives of Wilson yet in this contest.
32-31. Lady Bulldogs up by a point. Roach outside. Over to Hamilton, back to Roach for another 3, and that one's good. I think she's got her windage right now and knocks down another 3.
Dick, I believe that's 8 straight points by Roach.
35-31. I think you're correct. He had 10 at the half. 2 threes and a 2 here. Shot up no good by McKinney, and the rebound to Clay County. They lead by 4. She's going to try another one, and this one's off the rim. Get it back to her. One more time. No good. And a foul as Wilson came out of there with the ball, but a foul on Clay County.
Dick, sometimes you shoot that 3. She's played so hard that she needed a little more leg in that one because it was straight enough. It just couldn't get over the rim.
Cooper picks up her second foul. Now Johnson in for Cloudland. This is Hughes to bring it down.
Let's see if we'll get a last shot on this one.
Approaching the 30-second mark in the third quarter. McKinney in the corner, comes back out front to Chambers. Over to Hughes. Hamilton missed a steal. Back to McKinney out of the corner. Her shot rims off. Taken by Johnson. Spins it up there. No good. Loose ball. Rhodes has it. She'll score.
Just a great offensive rebounding effort by the Cloudland team, and then Rhodes finishes.
35-33. Clay County by 2 with the ball. Driving the lane, Monroe. Out to Roach. Her shot goes.
Nice soft touch.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Clay County 37, Cloudland 33. Back with more action after this on the TSSAA Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
They go to the fourth quarter. Clay County gets first possession. They lead 37-33. Ball inbounded to Hamilton. Hamilton comes across the line, guarded by Sidney Miller. Hamilton works out front. Backs it up a little bit. Miller guarding her closely. Over to Roach. Roach drives the lane, shoots on the run, and scores. The hot hand in this game belongs to Sidney Roach. She's got 22 points.
And she has earned every bit of them.
12 here in the second half. Out front with the basketball is Clark to Wilson. 39-33. 6-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Another 3-second violation.
Had a foot just barely on the line. And any part of that line now, Dick, is a 3-second violation.
Here's Hamilton to bring it down. Clay County working with a 6-point lead. Over to Roach. Roach just dribbling out front. Comes on the right side to Hamilton. Back in the middle. Monroe in the corner to Brown. Brown's three, good.
And that time Brown was open because of a little confusion on switching on the matchups.
This is Clay County's biggest lead. It's 9 points, 42-33. Here's Miller for Cloudland, out to Clark. Over to Hughes, into Rhodes. Against the double team, and a foul as Rhodes will go to the line. That was 22. Brown really didn't get her money's worth on that one.
No, she didn't.
Free throw missed.
Yeah, that first free throw missed, and Dick, the foul, she actually bailed out Rhodes. Rhodes was just about to walk instead of getting a shot off.
Makes the second one. Rhodes with 10 points. 42-34. Clay County has led most of the game, although Cloudland had a couple of leads in the third quarter. All coming over to Roach, backs it up. Takes a look in the lane, gets a little pick out front from Hamilton, or from Monroe it was. Roach backs it up, just playing a little cat and mouse game now with Sydney Miller, who's guarding her. Now in the corner to Cooper. Under the basket, it'll come back out front to Brown. Foul on Hughes. Cloudland. And no free throws on this.
No, Summer Hughes really didn't want to commit that foul. She knew it. She said, "Oh, excuse me."
They put the ball in the backcourt to Hamilton. And Clay County will go through the process of bringing it down the floor again. 42-34. Hamilton over to Roach. Roach bounces in the corner to Hamilton. High post to Brown, who fell down but was able to get it over to Monroe. And now an offensive foul on Cooper as she came down the baseline.
Brooke Rhodes, very agile for a big girl, got there and she had been standing there quite a while when the charge happened.
5.5 minutes to play in the ball game, and Cloudland with the ball, trailing by 8. This is Courtney Clark to bring it down. Hughes on the left wing, knocked free by Roach. Hughes recovered it and called a timeout. Roach almost came up with a big steal there.
A big defensive play right there. Hughes was looking to get a pass off, lost a little concentration. That defender closed in.
We'll keep it here on this 32nd timeout with Clay County leading 42-34.
And Dick, the Baptist Sports Medicine Physician Network, takes care of pros, and they can take care of you. For a physician who understands your active life, call 284-GAME or visit BaptistSportsMedicine.com. And also, TSSAA wants to thank Action Picks TN, the official photographer of the TSSAA, and you can go to their website, www.actionpixtn.com.
Cloudland's ball. Side front court will be inbounded by Courtney Wilson. Wilson plays the ball into Hughes. The Highlanders trail by 8. Out to Miller, deep right. In the middle to Wilson, left to Hughes. Back in the corner now. Clark comes back to Wilson. Drops it momentarily, over to Miller. Miller, high post, Rhodes, drives, shoots a little running hook. Got her own rebound, missed again. And we've got a foul on number 3 for Cloudland. And that will be number 3 on Sydney Miller.
Dick, with 4:58 left in the contest, I think we'll see some extended full court pressure by Cloudland now.
They're going to guard Hamilton man-to-man in the backcourt, playing deny defense, and they lose the ball.
The inbounder was out of bounds, and the ball went back towards her. You've got to clear out of the way on that one. And good defense. It was at the 4 count anyway, and she had to get rid of it.
So Cloudland, good defense, takes it away. The ball into Wilson from the top of the key. It is no good. Out of bounds, and we'll go back to the Highlanders.
I think that one was last touched by Madison Wilson. Or actually, it was touched by Allie Brown.
Ball coming in play, deflected by Cooper. She's got it on a breakaway and fouled by Rhodes as she went for the layup. Brooke Rhodes with her second foul.
So that's a hustle play. That's the largest player on the floor hustling down to try to stop a steal and a layup.
That'll put Cooper at the free throw line. Cooper, senior. First up 2 is good. 43-34. Trying to give her team a double-digit lead for the first time. And she does so. 10-point lead now for Clay County. Here's Clark. Gets it in the front court over to Hughes. Hughes to Wilson. Into Rhodes. Good position inside. She missed the shot. Had a real good look at the basket.
She did. Didn't get it inside that magic square that'll cause it to go in.
Out front, Sydney Roach. 5-second violation. That's about 3 in this game, isn't it?
That's at least 3. I'm sure of those. And that time she really didn't penetrate like you need to get rid of the count. And that was some of that white on rice defense.
Here is Courtney Clark. High post to Rhodes. Back to Clark and out front to Wilson. Holding it over her head. Couple of dribbles, kicks it back out. Clark comes around a screen from Wilson, fires up a 3 and misses. And we've got a foul on a 3-point shot. That's generally a no-no.
That's one that gives your coach ulcers and indigestion. He's heading for the Pepto-Bismol
both
bottle.
At the same time.
Yes.
Hamilton's 3rd foul. 3 shots now for Courtney Clark. Eyes that first one and missed it off the back of the rim.
And you got a good look at it on our camera shot. And again, they had the rim up there and it showed where it hit and bounced off of it. Camera crew doing a great job, as our producer is also.
That one in. And one more coming for Clark.
I got to do this in honor of the late Bill Haney. Shot it, got it.
I always like to say that at least once during the tournament.
Yes.
One more for Courtney Clark. And missed that one. Rebound to Brown. Knocked down. No foul call. Must have been out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Clay County.
A 9-point lead for Clay County, 44-35. Ball coming in play. Monroe. Long pass to Brown. Her 3, too long. Rebounded inside by Cooper.
It was positioning by Cooper, then it got her the rebound.
Casey Cooper gives the Bulldogs an 11-point lead, and we've got another foul.
And I guarantee you, Joe Sims is hollering. I could read his lips. Move your feet. Don't play defense with your hands.
Hamilton with her 4th foul. Bonus 1-1 for Courtney Clark. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in this one. Free throw good.
And there was a nothing but net shot that you just saw on our screen, and now they go to another shot to get the coaches in.
And that is Cloudland coach Matt Birchfield. Good again. A dozen points now for Clark. 46-37. Pass goes up to Hamilton in front court. Down to one knee, but picks up her dribble, and then she's pushed back across the center line. And the foul is going to be on who? Number 3?
Will it be 3 or 12?
Foul on number 12.
They call it on number 12, Chambers.
Team 5th.
No free throws on this. Monroe gets it in. Hamilton in the corner. Brown for 3. He's spun out. Rebound, no good by Cooper. Picked up for Cloudland by Chambers. Long pass under, and a foul called on Cooper. Looked like she had a pretty decent block. She might have got her with the arm or the body.
Dick, I think the right hand may have been on Rhodes' hip, and that's the only thing I could see, and whether that was gaining an advantage or not was something off the front of the iron. Again, leaving the first one short or either deep each time.
She's a little frustrated at that.
Yes.
This one good. 46-38. This will be a full timeout taken by Cloudland. So for our station, we'll take a 1-minute break on the TSSAA Network.
Because
3:11 to play, 46-38. Clay County leading with the basketball. Pressure defense by Cloudland now. Ball coming in to Roach. Roach out, it's intercepted. That's loose on the floor, and we've got a held ball. It's going to go to Cloudland. They were trying to call timeout, but they had the possession arrow anyway.
They didn't need to call timeout then. Dick, they're using a technique called short stopping. They're trying to keep Roach, they double team her and try to keep her from catching the ball. And the best way to attack that is kick it back to the inbounder stepping in.
There's the inbounds pass to Clark. She missed off the rim, and the ball's going to go to Clay County.
And we'll see Cloudland get eyeball to eyeball. Now they're going to take the, what I call shortstop, off of there and play more of a center field technique.
Ball coming in play. Hamilton across the line. Goes to Allie Brown. Back to Roach. Roach double team. Gets it back to Hamilton. Hamilton backs up. Over to Monroe. Back to Roach. Coming on the dribble. Into the corner. Don't want to get there. Ball out of bounds. Lost. And will go to Cloudland with 2:34 to play.
And Dick, Cloudland's really got to make a move. They need a basket, whether it's a 2 or a 3 right now, but they need to come away with something and cut into this lead.
Wilson back in for Chambers for the Highlanders. They roll it down, and now Clark will pick it up. Work it in the front court. On the wing to Hughes, and in the corner to Sydney Miller. Miller down the baseline. Back out front to Hughes. To Clark for 3. That is no good, and is going to go, or didn't go out of bounds. Saved into Rhodes. Rhodes in the lane. Her shot won't go. Rebound, Clay County. Foul. It's going to be on either Miller or Hughes. It's on Summer Hughes, and that's her second. Ball out of bounds to Clay County. Just a little over 2 minutes to play, and Clay County on top by 8.
Still only 5 to have 16 fouls on Cloudland, and they need to be in position to get the 1-and-1.
Ball coming in to Roach to Hamilton. Hamilton in front court. She's just running away from the defense who I think it appeared they wanted to foul her. Now Hamilton hands to Roach. Back to Hamilton. Getting out in the open floor. Back to Roach. Double team near the center line. Almost threw it away. Saved by Cooper. Over to Hamilton. Back to Roach. Roach drives it into the lane. Kicks it off, and Cooper's layup missed. And the rebound taken by Wilson. Cloudland still alive. Clark hurries down the floor. Down to the baseline. Pass out in the middle is intercepted. And picked up by Roach. Roach comes back the other way. Dribbles in a circle, and in between 2 defenders, she is fouled by one of them. They're going to go to the line.
Both teams in the bonus now.
Sydney Miller with a foul, her 4th.
Foul is number 3, Sydney Miller, her 4th.
At the line, Sydney Roach.
At the line, number 11, Sydney Roach.
1-and-1 makes the first one.
She gets the shooter's roll, but you can see that she is a very good shooter.
47-38, and good again. 10-point lead, Clay County. Just over a minute to play. Clark out front in the corner. Chambers fires one up and hits it. That's a 3.
3-point basket, Bethany Chambers.
Chambers gets her first basket of the game, and it's a big one.
And we've got a full timeout, Dick.
We'll take it and be back with more on the TSSAA Network. Clay County will play it in. With a basketball, Monroe. Fouls back there by Chambers.
And Dick, at this point in time, you've got to have, if you don't get a quick steal, you've got to have a quick foul.
Junior Maddie Monroe to the free throw line. Here's Wilson back in for Cloudland for Sydney Miller.
And you'll see a lot of the offensive, defensive substitutions here in this last minute and 1 second.
Free throw good. Clay County doing a good job hitting their free throws. They lead 49-41.
You know, Dick, I always would love to see the stats on how somebody shoots in the last 2 minutes of the contest.
I think a lot of teams keep that.
Well, it's very valuable to know if you're the opposing coach or if you're coaching your own ball club.
And we're at the 1 minute mark, 50-41 Clay County. Out with the basketball, Clark. Her shot comes up short. Rebounded by Monroe over to Roach. Roach has it knocked away, picked up by Rhodes. She'll come back the other way. Clark under the basket, gives it to Hughes, and her shot is good. 50-43. In front court, Roach. Fouled. That is on Chambers. There'll be 4 on her. Just 27 seconds left.
Now, Cloudland let about 9.5 seconds roll off there, and every second is valuable.
Baker checks back in for Cloudland along with Miller. And Sydney Roach back at the line. She has 24 points in the game.
Well, you can tell she's a great shooter. Look at that form and does it right every time.
Doesn't waste any time up there. There's another one. 52-43. Hughes across the line. Chambers drives. They let her in there, and she missed the shot. And loose ball. We got a foul with 14 seconds left on Cloudland.
Cloudland giving it all they've got, though, Dick, even though they're trailing by a fairly large margin now.
Hughes commits the foul at the line. Sydney Roach. Perfect. Senior guard Sydney Roach. Missed that. First one she's missed. 53-43. A steal by Roach, and she'll get an easy layup. 55-43, the biggest lead of the game, as the three is off the mark, and the final score, Clay County 55 and Cloudland 43, and Clay County will advance. They will meet Summertown at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals of Class A. We'll take a 2-minute break here and be back to recap it and give you the stats. After this, as you listen to state tournament action, the Blue Cross Championships on the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Hey, want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat. Or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAA network.com/SBP.